Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to do packet tracer lab activity for Vlans, trunking, and DTP.
Hello everyone. As you can see, this is our addressing table, and then this is our topology. We come to the objective. First part, we will configure the VLANs, and then the second part, we will assign ports to VLANs. The third part, we will configure static trunking, and then the last one, we will configure dynamic trunking. The background, you are working in a company that is getting ready to deploy a set of new 2960 switches in a branch office. You are working in the lab to test out the VLAN and trunking configuration that are planned. Configure and test the VLAN and trunks. Part 1. Configure VLANs. Configure VLANs on all these 3 switches. As we can see here, there are 3 switches: SWB, SWA, and SWC. We will configure all of these 3 VLANs according to the table given. This is the VLAN number and then the VLAN name. First of all, we will go to switch A. Press enter. Enter enable to enter privilege mode. Enter configure terminal to enter global configuration mode. And then we can configure the switches by referring to this table. Now we can create the VLAN. As you can see, VLAN 10 is for admin, and the name will be admin. And then the next one is VLAN 20, and the name is accounts. Accounts with S. And then VLAN 3, and then VLAN 30. Name is HR. VLAN 40. Name is voice. VLAN 99. Name is management. And the last one is VLAN 100. The name is native. And then we will configure SWB. The configurations are the same for all switch A, switch B, and switch C. And then on part 2, assign ports to VLAN. Step 1, assign access ports to VLANs. On SWB and SWC assigns ports to the VLANs. Refer to the addressing table. Refer to this SWB fast Ethernet 1. The VLAN is VLAN 10, and then so on. We can go to SWB, enable, configure terminal, and then we will go to the interface. First Ethernet 1, interface, and then switch. Switch port, access VLAN 10, exit to exit the interface, and then enter interface fast Ethernet Ethernet 02, same command, switch port 20 according to this, and then exit. And then we enter interface bus Ethernet 03, VLAN 30, and exit. Switch port and then exit. And then we go to SWC to configure according to this. Enable. Switch port, no access, switch port, VLAN 10, and voice, VLAN 10. Sorry, VLAN 40. Step 2. Configure the voice VLAN port. Configure the appropriate port on switch SWC for voice VLAN functionality. So first of all, we're still in SWC, and then we give value between 0 and 7. QoS, for example 5. Step 3. Configure the virtual management interface. A. Create the virtual management interface on all 3 switches. Based on this addressing table, this is the devices, SWA, SWB, and SWC. And then we have to set the IP address for the VLAN 99. We go to SWA, press enter, enable, configure terminal, and then we set its IP address. Copy the IP address and then paste it here, and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Now we will go to SWB, and then finally we will go to SWC, enable. Based on C, it says that the switches should not be able to ping each other because we do not make this link as a trunk. And then to ping, now we go to exit so that we can enter privilege mode. Again, exit, and then we ping 192.168.99.252. As we can see here, the success rate is 0%, which means fails. Part 3. Configure static trunking. A. Configure the link between SWA and SWB as a static trunk. Disable dynamic trunking on this port. As you can see here, our port is gigabit 01. So add SWA, enable, configure terminal, enter interface gigabit, Ethernet 01, switch port, mode trump, enter your trump. And then do the same at SWB, enable. B. Disable DTP on the switch port on both ends of the trunk link. We come back to SWA, type in switch port, no negotiate. Do the same thing at SWB. No negotiate. C. Configure the trunk with the native VLAN and eliminate native VLAN conflicts, if any. Based on this table, we created VLAN 100 for native VLAN. So in SWA, do the same thing at SWB. Part 4. Configure dynamic trunking. A. Assume that the trunk port on SWC is set to the default DTP mode for 2960 switches. Configure Gigabit Ethernet 02 on SWA so that it successfully negotiates trunking with SWC. SWA, we exit, and then enter interface Gigabit Ethernet 02 and switch port mode dynamic desirable. Once we do the dynamic desirable, the other also become trunk. Configure the trunk with the native VLAN and eliminate native VLAN conflicts, if any. Still at SWA, we enter switch port, as we can see, native VLAN mismatch discovered on Gigabit Ethernet 2 with SWC Gigabit Ethernet 2. In order to recover this mismatch, we go to SWC and do the same thing. Now it shows unblocking Gigabit Ethernet 02 on VLAN 0001. Port consistency is restored. Now we will test our connectivity. Here, the same VLAN can communicate with each other. This and this, and this and this, PC3 and PC6. For example, we take IP address of PC4, ping it from PC1 because they share the same VLAN. Successful. And then to share the connectivity between SWB and SWA, we ping SWA from SWB, enable. Here at privilege mode, we will enter ping and the IP address of SWA. Try again to make it 100. Yay, 100. Ta-da! Our completion status is already 100%. Let me check results. Woohoo! All correct and connectivity test.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before.
That's all for today. I hope you guys enjoy my video. I hope you guys gain new knowledge, and